Hi, hello, what's up? Many of you probably know me, but for those who don't, my name is Kat. I identify as a transgender man, and this video is very late. We are at the end of March, but December 27th, 2019, and February 18th, 2020, so a few months ago, marked my 5 years on testosterone and my 5 years post-top surgery. And I wasn't necessarily planning on making another update video just because the changes aren't, they're still happening, but they're very small and we're in the long game now. And my medical transition isn't really at the forefront of just my life anymore. It's something that happens, and that's kind of it. My focus is on a lot of other things, but because it is 5 years and I genuinely could never have pictured being here, especially from day one. I thought I would go through just the updates from pre-T to now, day 1 to now, 1 month to now, and that kind of thing. So we'll go through testosterone changes first. I will preface, I had my top surgery when I was 7 weeks on testosterone, so I can't really talk about any fat redistribution or anything, just because I didn't experience that. I didn't experience a change in my chest size before surgery, just because that is a change that happens over time and over a longer period of time. And they were gone before they really had a chance to do that. I have experienced fat redistribution itself, specifically in my face, but I am very athletic. I am an athlete. It's one of my main focuses, main passions, and that has definitely attributed to, for one, the way my body looks, the way my face has changed, my overall physique. This isn't a product of testosterone on its own. There has been external work put into my body, and those effects do show. So I don't know exactly what comes from what. They just have worked together, and this is what you get. But let's starting with my face. One of the things that I noticed really early when I look at other people's transitions and mine is the way it seems like your eyes change for whatever reason. When you look at people, it almost seems like their eyes get smaller, but that physically doesn't happen. Your face just kind of fills out. You can look at anybody, and the moment you start looking for it, you see it, but it just your eyes look smaller, and that has to do with your face filling out. That happened within the first year, I'd say, and then of course the voice drop and the continuous voice drop. One thing you do need to take into account is whenever you're looking at transition videos or watching your own transition, sometimes it may seem like people's voices drop very drastically. There is a point where it does all of a sudden oh, there you go. But when you talk, there is a head voice and there is a chest voice. And then there's the voice that you normally talk at, I guess, which might be somewhere in the middle. Some people who have very deep voices talk in their chest voice. But when I get excited, I go into my head voice, which is a little bit higher. And one thing I did notice is, especially when I was pre-T very early on in testosterone, I forcibly talked from my chest a lot. So my voice was down here, hey, what's up, guys? And I don't talk like that anymore. But for comparison,
this is my voice 1 day on testosterone.
This is my voice 6 weeks on testosterone. This is my voice 10 weeks on testosterone.
This is my voice 14 weeks on testosterone.
This is my voice 15 weeks on testosterone. This is my voice 17 weeks on testosterone.
This is my voice 18 weeks on testosterone.
This is my voice 20 weeks on testosterone. This is my voice 26 weeks on testosterone. This is my voice 28 weeks on testosterone. This is my voice 30 weeks on testosterone. This is my voice 33 weeks on testosterone. What's up, everybody? It's Kat. Today is December 27th, 2015, and I am 1 year on testosterone. This is my voice, 1,000 days on testosterone.
This is my voice 5 years on testosterone. And this is where it's at. This is where it's probably staying. It is what I got. Pretty early on, I also did notice, look, I got an Adam's apple. One of the biggest changes that I've noticed in the last year or so, like years 4 and 5, is the fat change in my face. I had really chubby cheeks for a very, very long time, and they're finally they're gone. I don't have them anymore. And if you're curious what I mean, here's a comparison of what my face looks like now to then. Hairline did a change. It's squared out. I still don't know if I'm gonna have hair loss or not. I have very thick hair for the most part. If anything, I'm not showing early signs of balding, early signs of hair loss. It's literally just shaped out to a masculine hairline. And the thing that I never could imagine that I'd ever get, facial hair. And this isn't even as long as it can get. Over the last couple of years, it has filled out. It used to I've done No Shave November for documented it the first and second year. And it was very small, tiny little hairs. And now I don't really have anything on the bottom, but it's starting to fill out. I can hold my chin's pretty full. I've got a little bit of a mustache. And if you get really close, it's starting to come in on the side. The sideburns are getting longer. That was another thing. My sideburns can get really long, but that's something that I never thought. I'm really curious if in the future I will be able to have a full beard, have a chin strap, anything like that. But this is more than I could have ever imagined. I never thought I'd shave weekly. And I don't shave it all down. I usually just use clippers and just trim it down because I don't want to be fully bald on my face. But it's also not super patchy, and I'm real chill with that. I dig it. I feel like it makes me look older. It's cool. My dysphoria also, right after I had top surgery, my dysphoria just relieved itself a lot. And every now and then I get a little bit dysphoric about my lower regions. Sometimes it happens, and I think it's that dysphoria is triggered by perceptions of maybe what should be here, perceptions of comfortability in certain spaces rather than me being uncomfortable with my body itself. It's not just specifically one reason. It is kind of caused by other societal expectations, which makes me and my performance in those expectations, which is making me be well, maybe my body, if I had a different body, or I'm gonna say it, if I had a penis, I wonder if my situation in this would be different, and the way I feel about that would be different. And that is where any dysphoria comes from. It might change, might not. I'm not opposed to bottom surgery. I've looked into it. It is something that I'm interested in, but my level of dysphoria is very low. It doesn't impact my daily life. It's not an immediate need. It's a lot of I've had a consultation. I've met with the surgeon that I like. Kind of getting an idea about insurance. It looks like insurance probably would cover it. But I'm also very athletic right now, and it's the question of is this something that I want? Do I want to put what I'm doing right now on hold to have this surgery and to have these surgeries and deal with any potential complications and that kind of thing? For anyone who's ever wondered about my stances on bottom surgery and if it's right for me, I'm interested in it. I think if everything fell into place, totally cool, would have it, but right now I just have some other things that I'm interested in accomplishing, and bottom surgery is not impacting my life to the point right now where it's something that is one of my main goals to accomplish. So moving down, this is where you're gonna see we're gonna get a little naked. So top surgery, I had the keyhole procedure with Dr. Medali in Cleveland, Ohio, which means there are semicircle incisions around the areolas. I did not have a nipple reduction, nipple resizing. I did not have a revision. I was also not I worked out pre-T. It wasn't really anything that you see is a product of what I've been doing the last 3 years when I started rock climbing again and racing. We're actually coming on 4 years, so this is a product of the last 4 years. Yeah, didn't work out really pre-T or anything like that, and also didn't really work out until a year after. But this is my chest. This is what it looks like, and if you want to get a little bit close, you can see the incision right here. That's one of them. This is the other one. Let's see, can we find the drain hole? This is the drain hole. That's the drain hole right there. Yeah. This is what we got. Really happy about it. Happy with it now more that I've kind of shaped it into what I want and what I've always kind of like craved for. In terms of acne, I did have a pretty bad breakout with testosterone. It's something to be expected just because a side effect of testosterone is your skin does get oilier. I had a pretty bad breakout on my face, and you can tell I have spots now, but it was like rough. I had it in this T-spot pretty bad, which is your chin up and then over your eyebrows, and then on my cheeks and stuff. That's where just like I break out when I get stressed out, which is appropriate with today's current situation. I also had breakouts on my chest, as I still get them too, and my shoulders. I did go on Accutane. The generic name is isotretinoin. Helped me. I was on it for 6 months, or was it on it? I was on it for 6 months to a year. I don't really remember. And the reason why I still break out now is, I will be honest, I don't have the greatest skincare routine. I wash my face sometimes, but I just don't have the greatest skincare routine. I don't take care of it as much as I should. And that's why I still break out and that kind of thing. While I got you here, look! Can you see it? I have a happy trail! And it's been growing the last like 2 years. Can you see it? This has been one of the most exciting things to see grow, because I never thought I'd have one. No chest hair. Don't know if I'm going to get chest hair. Don't necessarily want chest hair. No back hair also. Totally fine with that, but really psyched about the happy trail. Cool. Welcome to my level. Sat down just to deal with the rest of this. I don't know if you can see it. I do have leg hair that grew. I've got the weirdest bald spot right here on both legs, and especially like right on this line on my calf, and I don't really know why. But I grew some leg hair. I don't really care. I'm fine with not having hairy legs, or hairy arms for that matter. If I ever do decide to have bottom surgery, it'll just make clearing the graft site hopefully easier. My foot size did not grow on testosterone. I did not grow on testosterone. When I went on testosterone, I was 16 years old and my growth plates had already fused. If you're not done growing yet, in general, you will probably grow on testosterone just because like it is puberty and you're still going through puberty. I was completely done with puberty for that point. For that matter, my growth plates had fused. I am stuck at 5 feet for the rest of my life until I start shrinking. Going through, let's think, did I miss anything? That has been my medical journey. I'll be real, unless some crazy change happens or something just comes out of the blue, which would count as a crazy change, I'm pretty much done. There's nothing left to surprise me or to really get excited about, so this is probably going to be my last medical update, transitional update, for maybe until 10 years. We'll see what that looks like. I can't imagine what 5 years looks like. Now I have to imagine what another 5 years looks like. But overall, I'm doing okay. I'm doing fine transitioning wise. I'm very privileged in the fact that I have a lot of opportunities and a lot of resources that if I want to do any other stuff that I will and I'm able to. Right now I'm not really pursuing a hysterectomy or oophorectomy or anything like that. There's not a medical concern for me, so it's not an emergency. You know, the only time that I'll probably would need one within the next like few years is if I decide to go through with bottom surgery. And I don't know where that's going to stand. Thank you for checking in. Again, if you have any questions, let me know. I'm much more active on Instagram than I am on YouTube or here. So if you want to follow me there and continue following my story and like what's going on, it's instagram.com/catlikeacat. I hope you all are staying safe. I hope you all are staying healthy. Please continue to social distance yourself. And if you do need someone to talk to during all this, reach out to me. If it comes across that I'm uninterested, please don't take it that way. I just cannot talk through like text for my life. So I will do my best. But please know that if I come off weird, it's literally just my inability to interact with humans.